Dang, that's good. Oh, I'm dropping pieces. You can't waste that. I'm back, and today we're gonna be making some fun stuff out of trash because I'm a weirdo who collects trash. And those things are going to be giant squishies or normal size squishies? I don't know. Regardless, today's video is sponsored by Skillshare, which we'll talk about more later. And in the meantime, get yourself some trash, tape, scissors, and fluff. That was not counting. But anyways, let's get started. Look, have you seen anyone so excited about trash before? Trash everywhere. Oh, literally. I thought it was just gonna float down like beautiful garbage rain. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. But for real though, we are gonna be making some squishies today, but not like foam squishies, like cheap people squishies, smart people squishies, the kind of people who reuse stuff to make other stuff like it's new. Those kind of squishies. Actually, those kind of people, but making squishies. Yes, the trashy kind. No pun intended. Actually, yes, pun intended, but not like you're trashy because you can't have foam kind. Does that make sense? I don't know. Basically, I'm tired of throwing things out for no reason when we could be giving them a second life, at least for a little while. And you know what? My kids are still into squishing stuff, so why not do it for free using things around my home, like trash, all the batting that I've been collecting from old pillows that are a little too flat for lying on, as well as old plushies, scissors, oh, not those ones, they broke on me yesterday while I was cutting batting, go figure, so we'll go with these ones instead, and tape. Ha! And of course you're gonna need your trash. Did I mention that part already? Hopefully, because we've got some winners here. We got Bear Paws, Cheetos, Kraft cheese slices, who doesn't want a squishy Kraft cheese slice, Doritos, Oreos, spicy chicken Mr. Noodles, oh my! And now that I think I've picked up all the wrappers, it's time to switch down to the table and get started. Where the hardest decision is gonna be, what do we make first? Okay, so as you can see, I have a very decent selection of small packaging here for us to try out today. I'm not gonna lie, some of these things I opened and literally put inside freezer bags just so that we can have a good variety of snack foods, but we are not limited to making snack foods. Believe me, my mind went wild. I have a whole bunch of stuff off to the side that would make for a great parody, but I don't think it's as lovely to see on camera. So, I mean, if you want a more funny adult version that is still PG-13, but I mean, just a little questionable, let me know in the comments. But as for today, we're just gonna stick with Mr. Noodles, chips, and cheese, okay? Before you ask why, just think of it. Almost everything that's on the market today that we're loving includes parodies, miniatures, or cute versions of snack foods and products from real life. Advertising, am I right? It weasels its way in wherever it can. But we'll get started with something nice and small just so you get an idea of how simple it actually is, because I want you guys to make as much trash as possible into something nice, not just as waste, you know? Alright, so like I said with my super awesome counting at the beginning of the video, all we need to make these squishies is literally 4 items. So that would be our package, some scissors, batting of any kind, and packing tape. First thing you're gonna do is fix any holes or tears that you have on your package, just in case it ripped while you were opening it before you decided to be super cool and reuse it. And I find the best way to do this is to start with a smaller piece of tape and try to match up the seams. But if you don't care too much about it looking exactly like the real food product in the end, or whatever it is you're using, then don't worry too much about it. Because this is a food wrapper, there are 3 easy access points to actually getting out the snack, so just make sure you've taped up 2 of them. I've gone ahead and done the top, as well as the back seam, which has left me with basically a little bear paw pillowcase. And now I'm just gonna use strips of packing tape to wrap the entirety of this bear paw package, front, back, and top. And I'm actually using a cheap dollar store tape for this because it's thinner, and believe it or not, that quality is going to be perfect for this squishy. You could definitely use a real good brand of packing tape, but you'll end up with a firmer squishy. It'll just take a bit more work to make it soft and flexible. Alright, so I've done the front, now I'm just going to add a bit to the top as well, just like that. I'm going to trim off any excess, because it already went around the side. Then I'm going to flip it over and add a piece to the back, just in case my tape didn't make it the full way around. And now we're left with a little package pillowcase that we can fill with batting. So I'm using the insides of some old pillows that have flattened too much for my comfort, but you could also use old plushies or even scraps of old yarn and string. We've done all of it, including strips of paper. Once you've filled to your liking, add a little bit of tape to the top so you can hold it in place and doesn't pop open on you. And then finish it off with more packing tape, making sure to get the corners. This one's a little wonky because I'm doing it around a camera. Hopefully the next one looks better. From here, you have two options because you need to make sure you have a space for air to escape once it's been squished. So you can either take your scissors and cut the tiniest ever corner off of your actual squishy, which is what I'm doing right now, or you can take an earring or a sewing needle and pop tiny holes in a few different places. And that's it. You've got yourself a squishy. Just make sure everybody knows it's not real, because they might get really annoyed with you if they think there's snacks in the cupboard and there aren't. And to be honest, I'm really excited about this one because did anybody else notice that bear paws give you sweet little messages nowadays? Kind of like a fortune cookie. Right on the back there, it says, "Have fun today." But I've had other ones that said, "You're awesome. Don't forget you're special." Stuff like that. Love it. But anyways, yes, that's the end of that. And now let's move on to a few others. Oh my gosh, my scissors have fuzz all over them. And I'm gonna go with some Mr. Noodles. So just like before, I'm gonna get started by fixing any rips or tears. By the way, sometimes when you are doing this step, because some packaging is sort of melted together at weird angles, sometimes it actually makes a lot of sense to kind of rip it more and then fix it yourself for a more aesthetically clean look in the end. And then once you're done fixing all the rips and tears, remember to wrap everything in packing tape. And don't forget, just because the sides are factory sealed does not mean they won't pop when you squish it later. So make sure you secure those too. Once everything's sealed, go to town and start stuffing. I feel really tempted to put something crunchy in this one so that it feels like you're breaking noodles. That would be awesome. But of course I can't, so I won't. And once it's full, tape up the sides just like before. And if your package was a bit damaged, try your best to line it up if you're going for a realistic look. And don't forget to add some holes. This time I'm gonna go with a pin. Just make sure not to stab yourself. And then squeeze test. Perfect. Let's keep this going. Why are we still watching this? I bet you're sitting there wondering to yourself, is there even a point to this video? And the answer, my friends, is no. There really is 0 point to this other than the fact that sometimes we take ourselves too seriously, okay? I know I am very guilty of that, especially lately. And so I just wanted to do something fun and meaningless, just for the sake of having meaningless fun. And I thought you might enjoy partaking, or maybe trying it out for yourself. Because I think everybody needs to take some time out for crafting, especially with trash. I mean, you don't have to, but if you do, I'd love to see it. If you have Instagram, feel free to tag me in your trash squishies. That would make me so happy. Anywho, that's it for my Mr. Noodles. So far we've got vegetable, oriental, and spicy chicken Mr. Noodles, but let's try something a bit more challenging. At least 2 or 3 times a week, I will eat this, but you know, it's missing something because I eat my spicy chicken Mr. Noodles with a slice of cheese on top. Yes, folks, I know it's disgusting. It's probably not everyone's cup of tea, but I saw it on YouTube once from Emmy Made in Japan, but I think she's just Emmy Made now. I don't know. Anywho, she was trying different things added to ramen, and I was like, there's no way that's gonna be good. And guess what? It was. Or maybe it wasn't Emmy. Maybe it was somebody else. Why am I still talking? As you can see, I have a giant package of sliced cheese here, and my tape is stuck. Hold on. I lost my tape. Anyway, this package here was a giant Costco-like family pack of sliced cheese, and it's definitely more 3D than the other packages that I've made so far. So we're actually gonna do this one differently, because while I could do it the same way, covering everything in packing tape, it's very possible that we would lose the shape by accidentally taping something down in the wrong spot. So instead, I'm just gonna make sure that the middle seam of the underside is completely taped down, as well as one of the ends, and then I'll fill it up. Look, not me wishing I had orange cotton so that it would look like actual cheese in there. How great would that be though, right? Look at me talking to myself like you guys are gonna answer. All right, so since this one had a really weird shape, I've left a bit of space at the top so that I can use tape to try to recreate it on this end. Wish me luck. It could look horrible though, so don't judge me. So I'm gonna try to, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing over here. Ugh, that's not it. That is not it. Fold in the cheese. What does that mean? Fold in the cheese. Thumbs up this video if you know what that is from, because you're awesome and I love you. If you know how to fold in the cheese package in this circumstance. Okay, I mean, it's not my best work, but it definitely gets the job done. Yeah, that'll do. It ain't pretty, but it works. And now we just cover everything in tape. We've basically just reversed 2 steps. Once you're done taping everything, don't forget to poke some holes. Or trim sides if you prefer. And just like that, we've got a giant package of sliced cheese in squishy form. Why? Because why the heck not? Life's too short to not have a giant package of cheese slices that you can squish, in my opinion. Okay, at this point, I'm pretty sure you guys have gotten the hang of this. It's not exactly rocket science. You tape a package, you fill a package, you tape it a bit more, and boom, instant weird joy. So I've gone ahead and made a few more. We've got some Oreos, Cheetos, and Doritos. But you know, after making this Costco-sized package of cheese slices and being way too happy about it, I've gotta say, this little package of Doritos just ain't cutting it. So we need to supersize things a bit. Oh, never mind, we need to back up a bit first. That's better. As I was saying, we need to Costco-size it. Because what could be better than a massive bag of Doritos that you can squish? And the obvious answer is eating them, okay guys? Which we did, so don't say that. The answer is taping it up and filling it with fluff. Duh. And I'm really excited that this bag opened so perfectly and didn't have any tears. It's gonna make things a lot easier. And it'll be the exact same process as everything else we've done, except on a larger scale and using a lot more tape because we need to make sure everything is completely sealed, starting with the bottom and of course the back seam. And now, go to town. All right, my massive bag is wrapped. Awesome. And now it's time to stuff it. By the way, I'm like pulling apart my batting before putting it in. That way it doesn't feel like a big solid brick of what once was pillow. Hopefully that makes sense. This is the perfect gift for a Dorito lover in your life. First, because they'll think I'm giving them chips. Then it will turn to sadness as they realize there's no food in it. And then joy again, so it'll be okay. All right, she's stuffed. Now, oh gosh, I can't wait. I can't find the tape end. There it is. All right, time to seal her up, making sure to reinforce the corners so this bad boy doesn't pop on me. That would not be ideal. All right. There she is, guys. And as you can see, very, very stiff, which means we definitely need to add some holes. A lot more than before, because it's so big. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, over time, these holes will probably start to expand, meaning you'll have to add a bit more tape. But luckily for us, we're using some cheap dollar store tape, which is very thin. So it won't really be that much of a problem. Okay, now let's give it a go. Okay, that's still super slow rise. I might just add some air intake to the corners. And there we go, our giant slow rise, apparently, Doritos squishy. And they're done. Before I show you the big one, because it is done, I feel like the little guys need a recap. So we've got spicy chicken Mr. Noodles. Let's get some sound action. Did I just pop it? Hold on. No, it's not popped. Then we've got Oriental noodles, vegetable noodles, then our little bear paw. He's kind of small. Oreos, the giant pack of cheese slices. I feel like this one's my favorite. It's just got a really good squish to it, and it's so ridiculous. Like, this whole video is really, I don't know why you're still here. But sometimes you just need to have fun for no reason. Speaking of fun for no reasons, here's some Cheetos. And finally, the twins. We've got Danny DeVito and Uncle Arnie. The little ones definitely squish way better than this big guy here because there's just so much air in him. Maybe I should pop a few more holes, but regardless, super excited that this worked out. All right, so I think I made 9 squishies, maybe, kind of, that nobody asked for, really, but I feel very proud of them. Actually, no, you know what? Making giant squishies is all well and fine, but you know what would be a real challenge? Making them beautiful and see-through. Which got me thinking, could I make a presentable squishy with filling that you could see and not have it look ugly? I don't know, but I'm gonna try. And apparently I hate myself because I'm gonna attempt to make some cotton candy squishies. I picked up 2 of these from Dollar Tree, so I literally get 2 chances to make this work, and I have a concept. But you know what? Before I can make it, I gotta open it, sniff it, and eat it. Dang, that's good. Oh, I'm dropping pieces. You can't waste that. And I've got a lot to get through. 2 bags, in fact, because I'm not sharing it. Which means this is the perfect time to thank the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. So you enjoy that, and I'll enjoy this. Thanks, cotton candy eating Jen. And like she said, thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video. If you don't know, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes. And if you've watched my videos before, then you'll probably know that I'm always trying to learn new things and pick up new hobbies. I get bored very easily if you couldn't tell, and I'm a lifelong learning type of person, so Skillshare is a great place for people like me to do more of that. And they offer all sorts of interesting and creative classes like gardening, crafting, photography, pretty much everything, honestly. There's just way too many to name, but one that I really did enjoy was called Self-Care Through Creativity: Turn Your Anxiety into Art by Sarah Beth Morgan. During the lessons, we were given tips and strategies to help us channel our anxieties, emotions, and stresses into a piece of art, and in the end have something physical to be proud of. I really appreciated the general vibe of the lessons and that getting creative and deep with yourself and feelings can be both therapeutic and seen as something physical in the end. While I was watching the lessons, I loved that I could see 70 other people viewing at the same time as I was. It made it feel more like a social experience, which I haven't done in a while. I also liked knowing that other people were normalizing the use of art and crafting as a coping strategy to de-stress and find peace when things become too much. I do this a lot, so it felt good knowing that others do too. Whenever I have time, I always enjoy learning and making new things, and the fact that Skillshare is ad-free helps me stay focused on learning without being interrupted, which is really good. And with new classes launching every week, I know that I've got tons of options. So if you want to check out Sarah's class because it sounds interesting to you, or any of the other thousands of classes on Skillshare, then click the link in the description below, and the first 1,000 people that use it will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare to check out whatever you think you might be interested in. Who knows, maybe you'll find a new hobby. So thanks once again, Skillshare, and now back to you, cotton candy eating Jen. Oh hey, you're back, just in time, I'm almost done. Look at that. Perfect! That was exactly enough time for me to finish eating all of the cotton candy. I had 2 bags here. Mike is gonna love me later. But you know what? It's all for the sake of entertaining you guys. So really, it's your fault, not mine. Alright, so I don't know why I put that down. Basically, I'm gonna take this clear bag here and somehow turn it into a squishy just like I've done using the exact same steps, except, well, I don't know if you've ever seen the inside of a pillow, but it's pretty gross. Like there's hair stuck in there. Usually they start to turn like an off yellow color depending on how long you've had the pillow, and sometimes they've actually just stuffed them full of remnants of other spools, I guess, of batting, so they can be miscolored, and that won't look very nice inside a nice clean bag that was once colorful like pinks and blues. So I don't know if it's gonna work out, but I've taken it upon myself to solve this problem that no one has ever had of making a homemade squishy out of a clear cotton candy bag or candy floss, whatever you want to call it. And my solution is Easter cotton, which is apparently a thing. I assume it's very much like Halloween webbing that you can get and stretch out over everything, and it ends up looking super great if you're good at it, but in my case, clumpy and terrible and just like stuck together. But yeah, they've got it shown here in Easter baskets. So basically there's pink, green, and yellow, but unfortunately no blue. This is the only color scheme they had, so I went with it. And although I could probably just bulk up and stick it in the package as is, that's definitely an option. I feel like it would get really flat in a hurry, and I mean, I have this very intricate, useless idea in my head that I'm gonna go with instead, so yeah, let's do that. Which is gonna be to take a sheet of batting, because when you open up a pillow, it comes out in sheets. Hold on, I'm cutting it. And basically, I'm gonna fold it in half so that it would fit inside the bag. And then I'm just gonna wrap some of that cotton around it because, well, this is the idea I came up with first. And I kind of want to stick to having more to squish. If you remembered the cotton candy at the beginning, it was a big hefty bag of colorful sweet air. And so thin like this just isn't gonna do it for me. So I'm just gonna tie back my hair. Oh my gosh, there's so much fluffs everywhere. Blech. Roll up my sleeves and build us one last squishy. So here we go. Yeah, oh. Yeah, this definitely wasn't gonna work on its own. Ooh, okay, so it's definitely more clumpy than I thought it was gonna be. Not like the webbing at all, which is kind of sucky because I thought I would be able to at least wrap it around it. This might be a problem, folks. Also, it's really hard to make things in the air. Why am I doing this? Why am I up here instead of down at the table where life makes sense? Because I'm crazy. Why am I doing this? This looks so bad. Okay. There's so much fluff everywhere now. Okay, I think it will be possible to do it, but I'm gonna have to assemble it as I go. Can't just stuff it in the end. It's not gonna work out. So I cut off the whole strip there, and now I'm gonna put it inside the bag. Why am I doing it like this? I don't know. Why am I so difficult? Why do I have to be so hard on myself? Okay, get in the bag. We got this, we got this. So the real trick here, pretending that I'm doing this flawlessly and it was well planned and not made up as I go, is to make sure as we get it in the bag that the colored fluff is definitely covering the batting, okay? Because if you can see through it, then I might as well have just used the ugly batting, and that's not okay. So we're just gonna make sure there's a nice thick layer of the yellow. Oh, it's working out. Okay, cool. All right. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so we need some more. To be honest, I probably could have started by putting some yellow in to get the top of the batting covered and then went from there and just went around it. But no, where's the fun in that, right? Oh, there's some green in here. I'm not ready for green yet. I really wish there had been blue. Anyhoozle. I was trying to lift it up so you guys can see, but it's not gonna work out, so sorry about that. You'll just have to deal with it. So anyways, as you can see in this flawless tutorial that no one asked for, I am creating a beautiful squishy using packaging that would have otherwise ended up in the trash, and it's gonna be pretty, even though it's see-through. Oh, and it's so pretty. It's turning out so well. So we'll move on to green. Unfortunately, this is like super dark green. Kind of wish it was more pastel, but I mean, as long as it covers up the white batting, really, it doesn't matter. Oh, this is so cute. Looking good. All that's left now is the pink. So let's get it in there. I'm such a genius. Could this have worked without me adding any batting? Probably. Does that matter to me? No. Am I still super excited about something that didn't need to be created? Yes. Yes, I am. Are you still watching? Maybe. Do I know why? Not even a little. But I'm not even gonna question it because you guys are super supportive and I love you. So yeah. And just like that, all my rambling and talking has gotten us to the end. So now I'm just gonna tape this up off camera because you don't really need to hear all the sounds of ripping tape. And here it is. Perfect. You can't see the white batting at all, just the colorful cotton. This is perfect. So let's give it a squish. Let's see if it moves anything around. No. No, we can't. Excellent. There you go, folks. Everything you ever wanted to not know about making a cotton candy squishy that's pretty and see-through and with batting. I don't know where I was going with this. If I could do it, so can you, even though you probably never wanted to. Oh my gosh, I have so many squishies now. Okay guys, that's it for me and all of the trash squishies that I made for no reason other than to just have a bit of fun. I experienced nothing but joy here, so I hope you guys enjoyed this today too. Oh, the Oreos want to stay with me. Okay. Actually, to be honest, I believe these ones here are my favorites for obvious reasons. 1, monstrous. 2, cheese, enough said. And 3, useless accomplishment. Literally my existence. That was kind of mean, I won't say that. But I mean, like, everything that I do is probably not necessary, but when it's accomplished, I feel great. I don't know, okay? I just had fun with this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. In fact, if you know somebody who would enjoy it, then maybe you should share it with them. And if you enjoyed it too, then just go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. Do all the things that you should do because I forgot how to say stuff. You can let me know down below what you liked or didn't like about today's video and what random packaging you have lying around that might suddenly have a new life as a squishy. And extra bonus points to you if it has no reason ever becoming a squishy. In fact, if you choose to make this thing and you have Instagram, tag me. Because honestly, I've got so many packages right here that would have made excellent squishies, but have no real reason to be squishies. Like, you know, I just don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. So I did you a solid by not making them solid and squishy. Anywho, that's it for me. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Toodles!